Hello guys, my name is Reda and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 steps that you need to follow so that you can start saving money. But before we jump into it, I want to speak a little bit about the mindset of saving. So let's hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. So before we speak about the actual 5 steps, have you ever wondered why is it so hard to save? Because theoretically speaking, saving should be easy. You should save money if you spend less than you earn, or you earn more than you spend. So technically it should be very easy. Theoretically speaking, it's very easy to save. However, when you see many statistics, it shows that more than 40% of the people living in the UK have less than £100 in their save accounts. And I think the main reason why is it so hard to save is the mindset that people have. In other words, is basically the lack of pressure that you feel towards saving money. Let me explain. So let's say you don't pay your mortgage. What will happen? The mortgage company will come and take over your house. So basically there is always that pressure for you to pay your mortgage. Or same with your car finance, or same with your phone bill, or there is always that pressure that you have to pay it off. But guess what happens? Guess what happens, guys, if you don't save money this month? Exactly, absolutely nothing. Nothing will happen. So that is why it's hard to save, because you don't feel pressure to save money. Unless you want that new laptop, or you want that holiday, or that will push you to save, you will not find that pressure towards saving. So that's why I think that saving is particularly hard. Another reason why I think it's hard to save is because we don't have the mindset to live below our means. What I mean is that if you earn, let's say, 50k a year, you should live like someone who earns 40k a year, not 50k, so that you can manage to save and do something with that money. Either invest it or save it or whatever you want to do with it. But that's what it means, live below your means. And with today's lifestyle, it's very hard to do that. It's very, very hard. So those are the reasons why I think it's hard to save. Now, let's get in the second part and see the 5 steps that you can do today to start saving money. First things first, if in the last 6 months or 1 year or never in your life you've managed to save anything, it means that you are doing something wrong. You have to admit that within yourself. I am doing something wrong, I cannot save. So the first thing you need to do is to find what you are doing wrong. To do that, that is step number 1, you need to take your last month's statement and see it in detail. See what are you spending your money on. Divide it in many categories. You have to put first the expenses that are fixed expenses, like your rent or your mortgage, your car finance, your phone bill, whatever it is, yeah? But then you have to see what can you save on. I will share with you guys my personal experience on this. A few months ago, it happened that I've noticed that for 3-4 months, I didn't save anything. And I said, okay, something is wrong there. So I took my statement and I analyzed it. And I've noticed that I had too many subscriptions, for example. I had Amazon Prime, I had Netflix, I had Spotify, what else did I have? Dropbox. Each of them like around 9-10 quid each. When you add them together, it's like 600 a year or something like that I was spending on subscriptions. So I decided that I have to reduce my subscriptions. Also, what I noticed, I'm almost ashamed to say this. So I live in the UK, so I pay for Amazon Prime in the UK. However, I noticed that money is going out twice a month from Amazon UK and Amazon US. When I started to dig into it, I noticed that once I've ordered something from the US platform to come here, and somehow they registered me for, or I've done it wrong, I don't know, I don't want to blame anyone, it's mainly my mistake, but ended up being on 2 subscriptions, being on Amazon Prime in the US and in the UK, and that happened for more than 6 months, and I didn't notice it because I was saying in my statement that okay, Amazon, suddenly noticed that it was going out twice a month. So yeah guys, check your statement and see what you are doing wrong. Most common mistakes that people do usually are buying expensive food, eating too much in the restaurant, because you go out with your friend, you spend 15 here, 20 there, you don't realize it, but it builds up within the end of the month. Check how much time you've ate outside last month and you will see that it's too much, and you can try to cut on that budget a bit and readjust that budget. Also, if you own a car, maybe your car is too expensive for you, maybe you should have a cheaper car if you pay it monthly. Maybe you have a house that you can't afford, you can take a roommate in. There are many things that could be for you or cannot be for you. The main idea, you have to take this statement and analyze it for yourself. Each person is different and you will have to see what works for you, where you can cut and what you can do better. Okay, so now that you've noticed the mistake that you were doing before, it's time to change this. So what you have to do now is step number 2, make your budget for next month. Basically, you'll have to put all your income on one side and all your expenses on the other. And see, or not expenses, or what you want to spend. You will have your fixed expenses, you have to put your pocket money, your food money, whatever, and you have to do an improved budget, so it will be better than the month before, and you will actually be able to save some money. Once you do that, it's time to go to step number 3. What I do usually is not a main rule, but for me it helps me keep track of what I spend, is that I put my pocket money on a different account. I use a prepaid account or something, prepaid card, one of those that I just transfer money whenever I want, and I use it to spend, and that way I can see how much I spent on coffee each month, how much I spent on food if I eat outside, whatever expenses that is not a necessary expense, I've put it there so that I can track and I can see how I can improve. And I usually leave in my main bank account just the fixed expenses like my rent, my phone bill, my car finance, and whatever is really essential to go out from there. Of course, still in step number 3, you need a saving account. If you want to start saving money, you need a saving account. I hope you already have one. If not, create one. And basically, also you move your spending money into that spending bank account, but you have to move some money that what you said you will save, you have to move it into the saving account. And this takes us to step number 4, which is pay yourself first, guys. Pay yourself first. Don't wait until the end of the month. That's what most people, the mistake that most people do is that they stay until the end of the month and they can see if they can save anything or no. You have to be very strict with yourself. When you receive your salary, you already know your budget, you know how much you can save, so you pay yourself first and you save that money, you put it aside and you forget about it. Now you know that you have, if I don't know, you make 1,000 and you manage to save 100, you know that you have only 900 to live with, and that's it. That is living below your means, guys. That is your money. You have to stick to your budget and don't touch the money that you've just saved. And finally, guys, step number 5, rinse and repeat. You have to do this thing every month. You have to make your budget every month. Analyze your statement, see the mistake that you've done, then make your budget for the month after, an improved budget so that you can save more. And you have to save every month. The only way that you manage to save some money if you have consistency. No matter what, you have to save. Even if you think you don't have, save first and then think how you will sort out your problems. But if you really want to build some capital, you have to save every month and be very consistent with it. Alright, that was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I also hope that you got some value out of it. Please hit the like button, subscribe, it will help me a lot. And also in the comment section, tell me, why do you think that it is hard for you to save money? I told you my reasons. These are why I think it's been hard for me to save. I would like to hear from you guys as well. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day!